We're going to start the first round of our Game of Muscle DTM Sim Racing System Championship. The races, of course, are going to be 7 PM. They're only once a night and they're each day of the week, though each week the track will change. So, the race is about to begin. It is coming up to 7 PM. We've got the classic qualifying, of course, bit of practice, bit of qualifying, and then we're going to go into the race. Now, as is always the case, it's going to... the first race is going to be rather interesting. It's always the case that the first race is more of a practice race. The Monday race is the let's get used to the track, let's get used to the car race. And the car that we're getting used to is the Alfa Romeo, which we've not driven before. It's the 90s DTM Alfa Romeo. Fantastic steering wheel we've got here. It's a good old... pizza dish steering wheel. Look around the car. Fantastic. We've got some guys sat at the that's our pit crew. They don't look particularly active, to be honest. It's just some chaps from Donington town centre. They've come along from Loughborough and they've just come to have a little gander. They're not even helping us get the car ready. But we are all up and ready to go. Better get some practice laps in before we start the race. Now we are, of course, driving in virtual reality here with the this time we're using the HTC Vive. Let's just get everything cozy. Oh, looks like we're gonna have to. Looks like we're gonna have to quit out and quit back in because our steering wheel has unbound. So we're just gonna quit out the game, load it back in, and also we're saying that we can't see YouTube chat in the game. We'll only be able to see Twitch chat. So if you wanted to talk to us, it will have to be through the wonderful medium of Twitch. Let's get that on the screen. There we go. So we can see, here we go, Mike McLaren, we can see the chat now. So I'm just going to have to quit out of this and load back into it to bind our steering wheel. It's rather unfortunate to jump into your race car and it turns out you forgot to attach your steering wheel to the wheels. You know, it's an error that you can make sometimes in motorsport. Can be costly. You don't want to turn up to the racetrack without your steering wheel bound. Let's just do this quickly. For some reason, Assetto Corsa decided to forget absolutely everything. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube as a catch-up video, what I will do is underneath the video, I will put a timestamp for when the race actually begins. That way, you can just jump straight to the race in action. You can skip the qualifying, skip the practice, skip everything. Up through the gears, there we go. So that should all be bound now, and we should actually have a functional steering wheel. Look left and look right. That should do. So hopefully we can just go back to the server list and find the Sim Racing System server. I think we might even have a couple of splits. We've got a good sort of 35 or so people that have joined this server. Yes, we've got a couple of splits. Join the track. There we go. Should get back in now. Hopefully we'll be able to see the chat room. Hopefully it all works. As I say, oh, thanks for clicking the follow button, Mix292. I think that was your name. Monday, the Monday race is always a sort of first go at things. Practice is just coming to an end. Vive just announced they're doing a new headset, which will be interesting to try out because hopefully that'll be nice and comfortable and easier to pop on and off. Also, I have the headphones built into it, which is cool, rather than earbud headphones. Although saying that, I quite like the earbud headphones. They don't really bother me that much. Hi guys in chat. Hi Grim Tent. Hi Mix92. Hi Unholy Moon Dog. Welcome everyone else to the stream that's come along. Let's just make sure everything's working. Whoa! Overtime. Of course, this is following on from Kunos' last update. Oh, look at that sunlight coming through. This isn't realistic. What's this? What's this sunlight business? Hello all the lurkers. Oh, there we go. So off to qualifying we go. 3 seconds countdown. Let's turn the fuel down a touch. Don't want too much fuel in the vehicle. We don't want to be carrying around half a ton of fuel. I don't know which tires you want to go for. Slick softs. Slick. We'll leave it on mediums because we'll do a few laps here. This is going to be, as I say, partly practice as well as our qualifying. We'll go for 20 litres of fuel. I really don't know what to expect. I've literally never driven this Alfa Romeo before, so it's all going to be a bit of a new experience, really. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. As always, we're going to be running we'll be doing a full commentary as we drive. But let's try and get a good qualifying lap in first. Default setup. As the week goes on, what we will do is start doing new. We'll start doing their setups and we'll share them underneath the video so everyone can see them. Hi Jack D. Good luck. We're going to need it. Oh, we're going to need to move the microphone. I'm going to be headbutting the microphone otherwise, so let's move this a tiny bit out the way. We'll put this over here. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Just park on the track whilst I adjust my microphone. Hi Unholy Moon Dog. Yeah, I think the update's going to be fantastic. If it's, I don't know if they've done any more changes to it from what I've used in the beta, but it is really nice. Bit of heel and toe action there. Let's get a lap in. We've not got much time. 7 minutes. Put this earbud in. Whoa! There we go. Tyres scrubbing along. Got bags and bags of grip. Yeah, you really need an absolute beast of a graphics card to get AC to run well in VR. Oh, okay. We have to bear in mind that this car doesn't quite have the grip that you might find in some other vehicles. We literally haven't even done a practice. We've just gone straight in. Seems to be all clear. We've got plenty of air for our qualifying lap. Oh no! Oh dear. Well, we've got enough time to get a banker lap in. I'm not used to the tyres just being so slippy when they're off it, so we've got to be really careful. Mind you, the last car that we drove on here was the Porsche, so I've got to delete that expectation. The DK2. I'm surprised the DK2 still works. Hi Simmer, new name. Right, we've got to get one lap in here. We're going to be struggling. I don't even know if we've got enough fuel. Where's the fuel? 16 litres. Okay, brake super ready for that. Set the car up. Got to watch out that we're not drifting that too much. I can't see any other cars. I don't know what's going on there. For some reason, they've all vanished. Hopefully the server's still going and we're okay. Might just be in a big gap. See, if I see anyone down this hill, I'm going to have to... I can't see anyone. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully the server's okay. I don't know why I can't see anyone on the track. Hope there aren't technical problems. It's entirely possible that there is. Either way, I want to get one moderately acceptable lap in at least. And then we'll have a look to see why there's no cars. It says it's full. 23 cars on the grid, 24 including me, I guess. Understeer. If you're on YouTube and you're trying to talk to me, I can only see Twitch chat, so apologies if I'm missing your YouTube messages. Get your bottoms onto Twitch. Just checking my rearview mirror. It seems like a ghost town. I don't know where everyone's gone. Oh, some people in pits. Hi, Captain Buttons. 10th place. Right, let's find out what's going on with the cars here. We'll start the race in 10th place. Oh, I can hear cars now. I think everyone's just a bit slow to get to the circuit. I don't know how much fuel we're going to need for the race, but we're just going to go. We're going to roll with it with the default setup here. Sometimes that's what you've got to do. You've just got to go with it. Thanks for joining the stream, Parrot Nut. Thank you for clicking the follow button on Twitch. So I really don't have a clue when it comes to the car setups here. What you know, what sort of parameters we want with this Alfa Romeo to get the most out of it. You know, we've got a manual windscreen knob there. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Just for pulling down the windscreen, should you need to. This is pure 90s car action here. Look at that. I remember then that we had a Peugeot with windy doors. I remember the first time we got an electric windows was on a Volvo, and we're like, oh my god, this is the future technology. But we've gone back to the 90s now, and for some reason there's a weird drinks bottle in the corner of the car. It's probably the brake oil or something. It's probably the type of vehicle you don't really want to crash. But we probably will be crashing, so we'll see what happens. You really want a 1070 for VR Mix 92. Oh, you can eat bananas in VR. There you go. Didn't even realise that. I mean, a 1060 should work, but to be honest, a 1070 is probably really the minimum for VR with driving simulators. VR banana eating. Hi, oh yes, you Simmer, you changed your name. Totally confused me now. He's eating his own banana. I don't know how much fuel. I'm going to go for the medium tyres in the race. This is for if you're changing your pits up and everything. But for this race, I'm just going to go with the medium tyres. We'll see how that is. We could do with the real-time split on. Split the real-timer. The real-time timer, so we'll know who's who and where they are. So far, we've qualified in 11th. Running a 750 Ti. To be fair, actually, I record. I'm always recording and streaming. If you're not doing anything like that, we're rolling forwards. If you're not streaming, recording them or anything, you can get away with a slower graphics card. But for Assetto Corsa, I like to run with super sampling. So, and really, with AC, it starts getting a bit blurry unless you do run with super sampling. From what I understand, Valve, Kunos are working on a official Vive support at the moment. So I hope that'll come out in the next month or so. Which should optimise things a bit better on the Vive, as it is, because the Assetto Corsa is optimised for the Oculus Rift. It runs better with the Rift because Revive's not as efficient as native OpenVR. With OpenVR, it can do stuff like cut off the edges of the screen that aren't being used or rendered, and there's just a bunch of things that make it run faster than using Revive. So, it'll be interesting to see if it does run a lot better. But overtime, qualifying's finished. We've qualified in 12th place. Let's have a look at the position board. Okay, Julian Sheen has qualified in first. Antoine Jacquet in second. Sebastian Brunier in third. Stefan Schulbar in fourth. Marlot Markels in fifth. Nunu Kui in sixth. Stefan Masterov in seventh. Roman Kudla in eighth. Mikhail Hogberg, I guess. I can't see his name. The Assetto Corsa font is a bit funky in VR. He's in ninth. Kurt Wagner in 10th. We've been relegated to 14th position. We're going to be battling right from behind. It should make for some entertaining viewing, though. Martin Nielsen, 11th. Miguel Patricio, 12th. Ross Haller, 13th. We've got 14th. 15th is Brand Helberson. Pedro Milan in 16th. Pierre Riva in 17th. Paul Heigoguyan in 18th. Sorry, I've said your name terribly there. 19th, Mikhail Laswowski. 20th, we've got Robert Evans. 21st, Jean-Francois Pierre. His name's so long it doesn't fit on the timing board. Stefan Sauls in 22nd. And Greg Mack, 23rd, bringing up the rear. He's just chilling out, having a picnic. He's okay. Let's get our fuel. Race time is 20 minutes. I don't know how many laps that is. We really didn't think about this, so it's not going to be maybe about 22, 23 laps. 21 laps of fuel. We're going all in. That should be enough fuel. But well, everything else is just a guess. We're going for this slick medium tyres. We'll bring up the rear. This is going to be more. This first race is going to be more just. You know, it's the first race of the week. We'll see how it goes. It's an experiment in learning Donington in the DTM 90 DTM car. Alfa Romeo power. Ready up for the race. Get ready for Donington GP in the 90 DTM car. We're sat in the Alfa Romeo. We're 12th on the grid. We're behind Ross Hallam. But put the car into first gear. Lights on the screen. Get ready. Sellotape your trousers on. Donington GP. Here we come. Car to the right of us has disappeared. On your marks, get set, and it's go, go, go. 19 minutes on the clock, and we've got a good launch here. It looks like we're powering through the middle. We seem to have better acceleration than the rest of the grid. We're going to go right into the sandwich on the brakes a bit timidly. Heel and toeing down. Got through there, squeeze on through, and we're running a bit wide, but we've got control of that. That's 3 places off like a pocket rocket. There's no stopping the accident in front. We're going to try and get around one of them. He's rejoined the track. Almost got 2 places there. Not quite going to brake early. Nice and easy. Whoa, car on the inside is giving us a bit of a shunt. It's going to push us wide. Hopefully we don't lose too many places there. We've just been absolutely lambasted. But I think it was Kurt Magner completely destroying us there. But it's okay. there goes our awesome start. We will just push back and just being tapped in the rear. This is not racing, this is wrestling. We've been nudged from the side. Oh no, who is it? Pedro Milan has just took a sideways drift through that corner as he nudges into Pierre River, and Pierre River is now next on our target. We're going to try and get right onto his tail, see if we can overtake him, get our positions back. We've got someone that's run off and is building sandcastles. Who is it? It's Roman Cuddle. He's gone off into the sandpit. I think he needs a cuddle after that racing technique he's had there. Whoa, we're early braking there. We're braking a bit late. We're going to try and throw one up like a ninja. Out of control, into first gear, back onto the power. Miguel Patricio's managed to sneak one up the inside as a Boeing 747 flies over the top of us, and we're almost at the end of the first lap. Into second gear we go. Try and take this nice and tight. Whoa, running wide. This car doesn't like to take tight corners. You wouldn't want to take this onto a public road roundabout. You're just going to drive straight off. So, we find ourselves in 11th place at the end of the first lap. Whoa, we're going to go backwards if we watch out, if we're not careful. Just have a little glance in my rear view mirror there. Should be able to calm things down a little bit now as we move away from the T1 lap 1 carnage. And once we smooth things out, we should be able to get into a bit of a rhythm. Whoa, power on through there. We've got this race sidekick app, which is really handy with a lot of vehicles because it tells you when to shift with a nice bright light. So if you're playing in VR, you can just see it in your peripheral vision. Really nice app. Also tells you position, force feedback, tells you everything really that you could possibly want to know. Absolutely fantastic. Miguel Patricio's in front of us, Nunu Key in 9th, and Mikael Holberg in 8th place. Try and feed through here. This car seems to be a case of working out where the limit is and then just staying under it a little bit, because you do slide for quite a long time if you go over it. Whoa, bit of contact in front. Also, there's a little bit of the throttle's got quite a long throw on it before you get into the power actually getting put down. So you need to be quite aggressive on the throttle with this car. Try and catch back up with these guys. I think it's a case of braking just at the end of the pit, the exit of the pits. Oh, we've had an accident up front there. Miguel Patricio and Nunu Key rotating around. That's 2 places that we'll take. Thank you very much. Bit of heel and toe action there. And we're slowly getting smoother. Hopefully our lap times will gradually improve as well. Oh, see, the car just doesn't want to, the grip just doesn't want to come back. 15 minutes left. Thanks for following. Can't catch your name. So, Holberg's the next target. Carry more speed through these corners. Take better racing lines through them. The next graphics cards are coming out, I think in the next sort of 6 months or so. A bit of a tracking issue there when I look to the right. I think we've got a bit too much light on this. Try and smooth things up. Oh, what is going on? We've got some crazy tracking going on when we look to the right. Not sure why. I think we've got a giant spotlight on our face. I think it might be causing some issues. To try to keep looking to the left. We're banned from looking to the right now. Looking at the apex. That is really bizarre. Oh, there's another plane leaving East Midlands Airport. We're not quite getting it right on these corners. You can carry a lot of speed through these. Petro Milim is disconnected. He's gone home. He's had enough of this race. Hopefully there's a nice battle up front. Powering out of that, bit of slip angle. Oh, bit of smoke from the car in front, but I think he's okay. He just ran a bit wide like we did. Oh, it looks like they're battling away in front of us, so that might give us an opportunity to catch up with them. Yes, this Donington mod track is fantastic. You know, they've got all the details there. I mean, right now, I'm actually running it on the lowest settings, but if you put everything on full, it's just absolutely superb. And I've been to this track in real life, so I have a good reference for it, and it does. It's spot on, absolutely spot on. Way too much in the blue in the sky. Yeah, that is the only place where they've really failed. But to be honest, I think that's Kunos being a bit optimistic about English weather. It's not really the mod maker's fault. Kunos need to work on some more cloud textures. I guess you can put the game in fog mode, in foggy winter mode. Oh, struggling for grip there, almost ran out of track. Bit of opposite lock, all is good. There's fighter jets that fly past as well, every now and again, which is cool. I don't know if you're supposed to go into first gear for that last corner. Probably not. I think second gear probably do it. We're tootling though. We definitely need to make some tweaks, some setup tweaks. And practice our brake points a bit. Get to grips with these 90s DTM cars. They're just quite different vehicles. They seem to be very happy to be slid around without it actually costing you much lap time because they have so much power. We've got a car coming behind us. Who is it? Greg Heck. I think he's on the warpath. 1.3 seconds behind us. Better pick things up, otherwise we're going to be eaten. Any Swedish tracks in AC? I don't know of any. I don't know of any tracks in Sweden anyway. What's a famous Swedish racetrack? They're probably all snowy. Ice racing. Approaching the halfway point of this race, and we're halfway positioned. So, oh, look at this! The car behind us. Greg Mack. He's right on us. In fact, he might be making a move on the right there, unless he's just had an accident. I can't see him. Where's he gone? I think he may have just had an accident. Yes. He was right behind us and then darted off the track. I think you might have seen a bit of our bumper there. I didn't feel any contact. There, fighter jets on the left. So we could do with a bit of that pace. Borrow one of their jet engines, strap it on the roof, and we'll be able to catch up with the guys in first place. Try and work out how to get the most out of this car. you get so used to the modern vehicles, especially the Porsche, which is really slick, and you know, just the Porsche is actually quite different from other vehicles in the game, but once you get used to it, it's just so sort of delicate. Then these DTM cars are just absolute lunatic vehicles. If you watch the actual original onboards of DTM driving, it's completely crazy. It got all jacked up. Hi, Matt. Zandvoort is a mod track that they licensed into the simulator to make it into an official track. I guess they probably had the license, saw how good the mod track was, and then did some tweaking and polishing to it to put it in the game. Why is it every time we look to the right at a very specific angle we're losing tracking, which is really weird. The Vive's normally pretty good for tracking. I don't know what's going on there. It's just a very specific angle. Oh dear. Feels like I'm having a seizure when I look to the right. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Zandvoort is a fantastic circuit, especially with these 90 DTM cars. I'm not sure if we put it on our list of tracks though. We'll probably have to do that for the next season. We've got Brands Hatch, we've got the Nürburgring GP, we've got Imola. What else we've got? Mostly the tracks that are already in the game, and just tracks that will be fun to actually drive this car on with busy packs of people. Sideways on we go. Oh, Laguna is coming to the game. Yeah, you're right. That'll be really good. I prefer the Vive personally, but both for sim racing are fine. Both will do you for sim racing. But overall, the Vive for me pips the wrist just a little bit. Try and smooth things up a bit. I want to get some faster laps in. Guys in front have definitely got something going on, because they've pulled out a good gap. Oh, we are catching Kurt Wagner though, 7 seconds, and Kurt Wagner is with Mikael Hogberg battling away, so maybe we might have a bit of action towards the end of the race as they start being more aggressive to try and get race position. Of course, with Sim Racing System, all the races, your points are tracked from each race, so there is a reason to win a race. Your best race of 3 is taken, and if you do more than 3, then it's your best average score is taken. So it's a really nice thing with Sim Racing System. It gives you that encouragement to actually bother doing well, and even bother just finishing stuff if you have an accident, for example. We are catching them, but we've also got Greg Heck. He's under a second behind us, so we need to watch out. And I think he is slightly faster than us. So we need to watch out for that as we see his car in the rearview mirror coming towards us. Greg Heck looks hungry. Oh, there we go. Take that first corner a bit faster, cut the corner there. See our delta's up by a second or so, so we are doing a lot wrong at the moment. Try and get on the power, bit of counter steer, try and be smooth. Underneath the clock. New best lap time. Congratulations to myself. Should be seeing a lot of them as we learn this circuit with this car. Oh, you can run super wide there. It's perfectly within the rules. There's a nice little bit of textured concrete runoff. Throw the car in. This seems to be a bit better. You kind of have to chuck it in a little bit, but not too much to destabilise it. So you're throwing the mass of the car into the corner, but all within the threshold of grip of the tyres. It seems to be the way to get the most from it. Oh, there's been an accident. Who is it? Michael Lukowski has spun his vehicle and given away probably 3-4 places there. I think he was one of the front runners. And that puts us into 9th place. Michael Lukowski, unless that now is a back marker. Confusion there. Michael Lukowski, unfortunately, is a back marker and is having a bad day. Because not only is he in 22nd place, which is last because someone's left the server, he's now doing donuts off the circuit. He was probably just trying to get out of the way of people, to be fair. Oh no! I didn't want to do that. Oh, I'm such a noob. I took my feet off the pedals, forgot that I was using the clutch. I started, couldn't use the clutch, oh dear. Because I'm heel and toe in. Oh, we would have got a place as well. What a disaster. We've got Kurt Wagner's made a big mistake as well. Yes, bit of mental confusion there. We're normally driving shifter paddle cars, especially as I say the Porsche, and using the left foot to brake, but then not having to use the clutch. So when I accidentally put my foot across, I forgot what I was doing with my feet. Oh dear, it's like drink driving here, we're getting muscle. But Kurt Wagner's made a nice mistake as well, so that's given us a chance for maybe a battle as we approach. This is probably the second to last lap. There's 2 minutes left, so I think we've got one more lap after this. Absolute disaster there. We would have got an extra place. We need to put some sticky notes on the pedals clearly. Oh dear, so if you missed the line there, you see how wide we went just from that little mistake. We go over the rumbles. Whole rig vibrates. You've got to watch out for that curb there on the right. If you hit it a bit too tight, it will completely flip the vehicle over because it's got a giant inside lip on it. Look, there's a battle behind us for Roman Cuddle and Greg Mack or Greg Hack fighting away. And look, there's been an accident up front. Whoa, we've run wide. It's Kurt Wagner. He was fighting Jean-Francis Pierre, and Jean-Francis Pierre is a back marker. Kurt Wagner might have just cost himself a position against us there if he's not careful. We're going to try and push away. Jean-Francois Pierre's pulling over to let us pass. He was blue flagged. We're going to go down into first. Yeah, don't really want to do that. As you see, Kurt Wagner powering out that corner. His car getting a little bit slip as we approach the last lap now. We might be able to put a bit of pressure on Kurt Wagner and steal 8th place off him if we're lucky, if we're smooth, and if we actually get a little bit out of this vehicle. Though we are struggling. Driving this like an out of control wheelbarrow as the car behind us goes off road. I'm not sure what he's doing. It's Greg Hack. No, over the top of the hill there. We don't want to run out of track and off the throttle a bit. Down into third, running wide through here. Kurt Wagner, or Magner, Kurt Wagner, that is his name. Struggling for circuit space. Let's get on the power, let's see if we can get him before the end of the race. We have to carry a lot of speed through this top corner here. Let's try and chuck the car in a little bit. Hi Danny, welcome to the stream. Oh, his car's battling away up front. We're probably going to get a new PB again. So we are slowly getting to grips with this circuit and this car. Robert Evans slowing right down, he's a back marker. We go full opposite lock there. Final lap. Oh no, we might actually have one more lap after this. I'm not quite sure how it works with the timed races. Oh, he's been held up. This could be a chance. We've got someone right behind us trying to push their way through. We're struggling for grip here. It's Greg Hack right on our tail. I think we've got a final lap. Yes, we've got one more lap to go. That's probably bad news because we've got a vehicle trying to pass us on the left. Kurt is going for it. We're going to try and get on the power. We're defending inside line here. He's trying to sniff one through on the last lap. It's going to be a close finish. Either we're going to get the car in front or we're going to lose a place to the car behind. Oh, let's try and get... Watching now, we're in the mirror here. Oh, we might have an opportunity in front as we've got the car pushing behind us. He's made a mistake and run wide, and we are absolutely banging on the power up the hill onto Kurt Wagner's tail, and Kurt Wagner is blocked by the car in front of him. We're going to try and be smooth here, try and get around him. On the power we go, running out of track, giving him a bit of a tap. We've had to come off the throttle a bit. Kurt Wagner blocking us. We need to get a line through here. Cars bounced all over the place. Robert Evans blocking Kurt. Oh, we're in the sandwich here. He should have pulled over. Robert Evans should have pulled over here because he is a back marker. But we're going to have to go for the inside dive bomb here. Oh, he's cut us off. He's cut us off. We couldn't do anything. I mean, we had a car there. He had to leave a little bit of space, I think. It was an aggressive move by ourselves. We've just lost 2 places from that, I think. I don't know. It was a little bit aggressive, but it's 90s DTM. You can't do DTM without a little bit of car contact. Oh dear, we've just been relegated 2 places there. Absolute disaster. But at least the last 2 laps have been nice and eventful. We're going to have to go home with a shameful look on our face because we're finishing here in 10th place, I think. That's it, race over, 10th position. Bit of a battle for last there, for the last places. We'll look at the scoreboard and see where people came, but that was pretty good. That was the first race in the DTM cars at Brands Hatch on the Game of Muscle event. Black flag, black flag, Gooch PP, black flag. I think we need a word with the marshals after that. Let's take a look at the results and see what sort of times people are getting. So. What's our best lap timetable? 1 minute 40, so we're like 4 seconds off the pace. 37. Yes, we're like 4 seconds off the pace. The server's just gone. The server is now gone. The server's closed. That's it. Server's finished. We can't read out who positioned where. We'll have to look at the actual scoreboard. It shows you on SimRacing System, on the SimRacing System scoreboard, so we're going to have to check that out to see what occurred. But there you go. I can now no longer see the chat room. Let me just load this up. We're going blind now. For some reason, every time you load up Restream Chat, you have to download it. Right, I can now see the chat room. There we go. So that was the DTM Championship. Absolute disaster. Total disaster race. We started in 14th and finished in 10th, I think. So it wasn't, it could have been better, could have been worse. We will, of course, be doing the race tomorrow as well at 7 p.m. Make sure you sign up for it. We're going to do a little bit of tweaking. We'll probably do a little bit of practice in between time and improve our racecraft on that circuit. It's going to be Donington for the entirety of this week, so plenty of time to get better at it. And that's the nice thing with SimRacing System is you go through it. You get better with the car, you get better with driving in a field, and you get better at the given track that it's running on. But at the end of the week, you're kind of there. And if you've got time on the Saturday, they normally do a longer length race with the other SimRacing System ones. But we're just doing we just got the 20-minute time race on ours. So YT89 STF, yes, the headset's fantastic. First time running Donington feels awesome though. No brakes at all. Felt the default setup. Yeah. Well, we'll give it a tweak, but I'm going to end the stream here. But thanks for everyone for turning and watching. If you haven't yet, make sure you click the follow button on Twitch so you are alerted next time we go live. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't and you've just come to us on Twitch. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter as well. And if you're watching this on Catch Up, don't forget to click the subscribe button and like. See you guys soon. There's another SimRacing System race after this, but I need to do some other things tonight, so I can't do it. But there's a Porsche race after this, it would be fantastic. So sign up to that if you want to do more SimRacing System. I will see you guys next stream we do. Until then, until tomorrow at 7 p.m. Thanks for watching, and goodbye everybody.